The cryptography I see in Star Wars from Christianity. A New Hope, Mandalorian, Rise of the Skywalker. Mandalorian. I am a man lord. Tackle a tabernacle, or find your own Star Wars wayfinder that will help you find a ray of light when the 7 seals of a rainbow unite in the covenant that arcs the Ark of the Covenant. C3PO, C, the power of 3. What 3? Judaism, Islam, and Christianity. Luke, find the Skywalker, and I can find the Skywalker. Let me hold your Han, so you don't have to go solo. I got Chewbacca. Luke, find the Skywalker, equal to Ezekiel. Where does Christianity tell you Jesus Christ will return and you can see him for yourself? I got my dry aged prime rib I got from Winco that's got great prices for families on the go. I've been seasoning it for 3 days in the fridge with black pepper, cayenne pepper, coarse sea salt, and steak and meat seasoning. I've unwrapped it from my towel and I'm checking it for any wet spots that would allow mold, fungi, and viruses to breed. If there's any concerned areas, I'll cut that off and then just rewrap it in another towel until Christmas and let it finish dry aging. Right? Taking a very inexpensive prime rib and then aging it so you get a very expensive prime rib for cheaper than it would cost for a Happy Meal. Somebody asked me what I want for Christmas. What you guys could do for me is share my GoFundMe, my PayPal, and my Venmo. Right? That's the easiest thing you guys can do for me is check out those links in my bio and share them. God bless. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Value Village adds a value to the village by saving me money and giving me slightly used or new clothes at a really good discount. So I've lost a lot of weight, so I have all these clothes I don't need. I got this shirt, that shirt, that shirt, that shirt, that shirt, that shirt, that shirt, and this shirt. Oh, and this shirt, and then 2 pairs of Levi's 30-30s that I'm going to give away to somebody or a needy family that needs them for somebody who might fit them. All the shirts are mediums and those 2 pairs of pants are 30-30s. But my wife wants to meet at like the library or Walmart or something like that. But you think about a challenge for the holidays, finding things you don't need anymore and then offering them to somebody who might need them and meeting them so they can have them for free. Somebody asked me the best way to get an 8-pack. You see these ribs on a cinnamon roll? If you eat Cinnabons and you don't chew, just swallow it whole, when it gets down into your stomach, it makes these little ridges, I found. Right? If you don't chew your Cinnabons, you just kind of eat it whole and you swallow it, they line up and make these little ribs for your 8-pack. If you think about that. But more importantly, I want you to think about how the Son of Light in the sky, or the Son of God, sacrifices itself during quantum field theory's local manifestations of energy into matter to give me my daily bread and my last supper, to turn 1 seed into 100 bushels, to actually turn water into wine from yeast on a grape's vine, so I can have all the food I need to create the ATP to build my biology. Right? That Son of God in the sky sacrifices itself for my parents' sins of carnal temptation, so I can be here today. You see these glasses? A very inexpensive device I got at Makerfest at the Puyallup Fair that allows man to see Nobel gases that exist in the atmosphere of the yellow sun of man, like krypton, that you normally wouldn't be able to see with your naked eye. Now, you think about this. A battle for the stars, a Star Wars. Right? There's a book of light hidden in the sun's light, carried by a body of light that is real light when all seven seals unite. In the covenant that arcs, the Ark of the Covenant. With lightning for hair, a halo upon its head, fiery pillars for legs, face of the sun, staff, trident, or whatever your cultural interpretation is in one hand, and that yellow book or scroll of light in the other. And Abrahamic religion's leaders have slayed hundreds of thousands of people to prevent their followers from ever being able to see it, know it exists, and question it. Why? If we have the technology today to allow all of humanity to see it, why don't we? Knowledge leads to power, and you don't give knowledge that leads to power to the feeble-minded, because they'll wield it over the uneducated to amass power. Now you think about this in real life. The original Hebrew Torah and Bible were only meant to be given to the highly educated in multiple fields of science who had synesthesia, and then were stolen by evil men to amass power. In the original Hebrew Bible of Genesis, they talk about these Nephilim, these giant bodies of light that appear when the seven seals of a rainbow unite, that fall down and sacrifice themselves to create the raw energy a woman needs for the ATP to build her baby's biology. And today we've allowed evil men to pervert that original story to talk about how these giants fell down to earth and interbred with women, so you don't understand the truth about how the sun and women are intertwined to create a baby's biology. Dear Lord, help me fill the holes in this holy book. Lead me not into temptation, but deliver me from the evil of wielding its information over other people's lack of education. Help me show them. The sun in the sky turns water into wine. The sun in the sky turns one seed into 100 bushels. The sun in the sky sacrifices itself to give them their daily bread and their last supper. The sun in the sky kills the bacteria that creates leprosy. The sun in the sky walks on water, leaves invisible footprints on the beach. The sun in the sky sacrifices its raw energy, or what people used to see as Nephilims, to create the ATP of a woman's biology when we fall for the temptations of flesh. Dear God, allow me to show people the first and the last body of light that is real light when the seven seals of a rainbow unite in the covenant that arcs, the Ark of the Covenant. Wax on, wax off. I'm getting ready to do my chores. But I want you to think about this. Judaism, Islam, Christianity, Hinduism, all of them, you're required to fast while doing your prayers and walking around in nature doing hilt training. Basically, if you understand the original information, what does that do for you? It allows you to undergo the metamorphosis of ketosis, or purge heavy metals, toxins, and plaque and inflammation past your blood-brain barrier, heightening your senses and bring you into peak cognitive performance. Right? Why would we want you to be in peak cognitive performance with heightened senses while walking underneath the seven seals of Revelation or the bow in a cloud? The seven seals of a rainbow reveals a body of light that is real light when all seven seals unite. In the covenant that arcs, the Ark of the Covenant. There's a book of light hidden in the sun's light, carried by a body of light when all seven seals unite. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. I just got done mopping my floor. Right, wax on, wax off. Right, creating the chemical action behind olfaction, or the sensation that builds humanity's memorization. Sends our hippo on campus to grab memories out of the light. When I have certain surgeries, sometimes they give me too much anesthesia and I freak out. Ah, they're going to kill me. They don't know where that comes from. But hundreds of times, men have come, strangers, and shit hits the fan and people are like, ah, get Martin out of here. One time, I was with my cousin Israel and people came. And my Uncle Pete grabbed us to run us out of the back into a gravel field. And my cousin Israel fell down and I wanted to grab him. And they said I had to leave him. They just had to get me out of there. Yeah. Ah! Memories. I'm not sure if you've actually followed me in reality. Because if you have, you would have spotted several times I've been swatted. Right? I've undergone psychological operations that human psychology would teach you cause severe anxiety, PTSD, and psychosis that leads to suicide and homicide. And I haven't succumbed to those psychological operations like other people have, right? I do a lot of HILT training to get lactic acid and ketones in my system to stabilize my neurological fire. I take Phenibut from God Stabilizer, a complete focus, Pro Mood Complex, and methylation topical cream. Right? You think about all of the things that I've been through in reality that the international community has seen. Why haven't I succumbed